So data mines are in, and we have some interesting stuff. So let's just hop straight into it, man. So here, we, first thing here, we are going to be getting a Legends Limited guaranteed step up banner. So this banner, it seems okay. I mean, some of these Legends Limited units are a little outdated, but if this has LF Piccolo and LF Freeze on it, I think that'll be slightly better because LF Piccolo has not came back once since his release in March, which be going on almost 6 months since he's been like relaunched on the banner. I think it's the same LF Frieza. Yeah. So that's cool. Beerus, this is actually pretty cool. So I think you have to go all the way up to the 6th step to get a guaranteed LR. But for you guys, I mean, I have most of the LF units at this point. So this will just mostly just be for dupes if I do decide to summon on this. But it depends. This is a bit that's mostly just gonna come down to you guys at this point. How much you value some of these units and how much you really want to go and chase for. I mean, chances are seeming like they're going to be really high if it's a guarantee LF at a certain step, especially if it resets. Then it might be actually pretty solid. But them doing something like this free to play friendly, got me feeling that my suspicions are right, and that we're probably going to get a big step up banner for probably a big popular character sometime in mid-August, just like last year. We got this guy Dynamic Goku who came out in August. So definitely just keep that in mind. I definitely think that this is probably going to be a big summer festival type banner coming out soon. So we have the Zenkai seeds for Trunks. I mean, what the hell am I talking about? From Scott and Vegeta. We'll take a look at this kit in a second whenever it drops. So this is like what the banner is looking like and stuff like that. Pretty solid. The Zenkai Weekend banner, pretty solid. New co-op season is Metal Cooler, huh? So yeah, so I guess that would make sense since Metal Cooler since that Goku from the Metal Cooler movie is going to be dropping as the next presumably the next banner coming into the game. Let's see. Oh, it's space. This is actually pretty big because I actually was like, I started recording a video on Space Time Rush and I dropped it just because I didn't really care anymore. It seems like they're going to be revamping Space Time Rush, which I think is a plus if they decided to do it right. Because Space Time Rush was one of the game modes that I really was hyped for when it came out, but over time it just became more like just boring fodder stuff. So so there's that. So yeah, just Renji's talking about some more stuff. So yeah, so pretty much that's really it. I guess I could cut and wait until the kits come out, and then we'll cut and just take a look at the kits. We're gonna take a look at the guarantee LF banner first, just because I know you guys care about that the most. I actually took a look at it because my second time recording issues, they will just never end. So you are guaranteed an LF after step 6, which is pretty solid, and you do get these tickets. If you stack up 1,000 of these, you will be able to just buy a LF, kind of just like the Red Coin shop works in Dokkan. It's pretty much the same premise, summon to eventually save up to just buy a copy with a different type of currency. So there's that. So yeah, so it's basically just like any normal step up banner. Reduce cost on the first step, then the 1k, then the 100 on the last step, and then you're guaranteed at LF after that. So I already took a look at this banner. I'm gonna just be straight up with y'all. This banner sucks. Don't summon on this banner. These LFs are all kind of showing their age. The only one that's really good in today's meta nowadays is this LF Vegeta. Everybody else here is kind of just showing their age. They're not really particularly the best anymore. Beerus is good if you decide you want to go out of your way to invest to get him to a higher Zenkai level, like Zenkai level 6 or 7. Then sure, Beerus is top tier. But without that, no. Yeah, all these other LFs are kind of just mid or just solid. Like, this guy is still solid, not as good as he was. LF Gohan Goten, not good. Super Vegeta showing his age, and LF SJ3 Goku never was really all that good from the beginning. And the on-featured Sparkins on here are not really all that good either. Yeah, so don't summon on this banner, in my personal opinion. I feel like this is just a way to bait us out, because I still feel like a big LF banner is going to be coming sometime in mid-August. So with a big character, because that's when Namek Goku dropped. He dropped like in the beginning of August. So and this guy, he was such an unexpected LF, and he just brought the game like to a whole different level with just how broken he was at the time. It was actually ridiculous, bro. It was actually pretty ridiculous. So don't summon on this banner. So enough about that. Let's talk about the new Zenkai unit. So yeah, Zenkai Skyder Vegeta. Zenkai Skyder Vegeta is in the cut. Now I already took a look at this guy's kit too. I definitely am going to just be honest with you guys from the jump. I don't really think he's really particularly worth like, I don't think he's the best Zenkai, and I feel like this is just going to be the case going down the road nowadays, since that Zenkais are being a lot more cost efficient and a lot more cheaper. So yeah. So main ability, no, restores on key by 30, draws a blast out card next, 50% of blast damage for 30 time accounts, 30% of blast damage inflicted against Super Warrior and Sun family, so it's anti-Super Warrior and Sun family. But I don't even see why, like, damn, like, Super Warrior is already not really the best team ever, so them having an anti-unit, yeah. I feel like they would just never really get a time to re-shine like they could have. We'll see. Restores on health by 20% when the character enters the battlefield and an allied character Nappa is defeated. Now, when I saw that, I was like, okay, there aren't really that many good Nappas in the game. There aren't none, really. There's just young Nappa, but he's not particularly the best, and they haven't brought back his event in a really long time, in like 5-6 months. A lot of people probably even forgot about him, because that was before they were letting us get units to like 14 star, but there's that. Modified tone blast card once 15 time accounts have elapsed from the battle start. 30% of blast damage inflicted for 30 time accounts have elapsed from the battle start. Increase our draw speed by 1 for 45 time accounts after battle start. Now, increase our draw speed by 1. Having to wait 45 time accounts is a little while just to get that. And that's kind of like the standard for a lot of new units nowadays. I'm not gonna lie, they just kind of get it when they just come straight into the match, like Kefla and stuff, or they get it through their main abilities. But having to wait 45 time accounts is kind of iffy for me, in my personal opinion. So yeah, so applies the following effects to when two allies are defeated. 30% of the 30% of damage inflicted, -5 to blast cost. Pretty solid, pretty standard. And then the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield, draws a blast card next. 50% of blast damage inflicted for 15 time accounts. Inflicts all enemies or attribute downgrades plus 15 to damage received for 15 time accounts. So his kit is not bad. He just kind of does what they already pretty much explained. Like, he's just gonna be a crazy blast unit. And he's going to be a last man standing type blast unit, where in like clutch situations his blast damage is going to be insane, especially if you, obviously most people are going to God to Zenkai 7 this guy if you're going to do it at all. So yeah. So Gauntlet Gun deals major impact damage, 30% to blast arts power for 20 time accounts, 50% to blast damage inflicted for 30 time accounts, and trade strike into blast cards with his green card. Then he holds double blast. And then so he's more of a buff. So he's a buff for Saiyans, because the thing is that he has a double Z ability. When they first buffed him, and they gave him Frieza Force and Saiyan, I thought they was going to give him to where his Zenkai ability buffs purple, Saiyan, and Frieza Force units, but it's just Saiyan. So this is more of a buff for Saiyans. Oh man, I feel like this is just another badly timed Zenkai. I feel like currently in this meta where it's at, he's just not going to be able to give him a shine. And he's probably just going to get swept under the rug, because he's just pure blast right now. And I don't know. I don't think that's enough to just compete with how crazy the meta is right now, in my personal opinion. So, and he has like nothing here to help sustain any type of defense. So, yeah, I don't think that this guy's probably going to get swept under the rug. This is my personal opinion. He's going to be a really good blast unit, and that's just it, literally it. So, it's your boy Kai Kid. Go join Discord. Follow me on Twitter. Tell me what you gotta think about this. Tell me what you gotta think about the guarantee element. Tell me what you gotta think about all the new stuff. Tell me what you gotta think about the Zenkai. And tell me how hype you guys are. Tell me what you gotta think about Space Time Rush 2. And I'm out.